if pussy is your motivation, if pussy is your motivation, if pussy is your motivation, then I'm saying you don't understand actually what I'm actually saying. I'm actually talking and portraying something that you would actually understand that pussy will be betraying. I'm not that dude that's actually laying some type of talk and telling you should treat women a certain way. And what I'm saying, if you don't got the right woman, then that pussy isn't staying. Maybe you gotta talk to yourself. That pussy might be Satan. Everybody falls in love with a woman. Sometimes your heart will be breaking. All I'm saying is I was recording all kinds of times around my wife, and I would say, we should have recorded this. She was like, it was biblical. It came out the way it came out. Yeah, but we weren't recording this. So if you ain't working with the same woman at the same time and she ain't on your same team, all I'm saying, that's like a guillotine, and everybody is gonna still be on your team. That don't make sense with this. What I'm saying is, it's senseless then. So I'm not the type to sit there and be like, judge a woman by. I seen strippers, whores. I wouldn't call them whores. I would call them lost prostitutes for a second until Jesus got inside. But from my international transport, it's just there like I can stand for all the things I've seen inside a certain person. If that's your wife, then you actually have to be the guy that provides. But I've seen pimps that can do the same thing, and I've seen women leave the guy that provides, find out that the guy they left him for actually was cyanide. So we're doing this a cappella. If we put a beat, that would be a lot harder. But at the same time, it would be a little more. I've seen dudes from the street start freestyling and it go viral. You never know what's gonna happen, and I'm not trying to push that on anybody, but I'm not stepping back then. What I'm saying is what I was saying at the same time. Fuck the devil and all of you. I'm laughing. So return to the shadows with the 720 backspin. If I had a skateboard, could I actually make sure it happened in the natural? Yeah, of course. I can do anything. What I choose to do is help you with everything. I'm wondering where the wedding ring actually went and how you're gonna actually handle things for yourselves. I'm looking at a generation that doesn't even believe in marriage. I'm like, shit, man. You're fighting for yourself. How are you gonna have a marriage or a relationship in the first place? There must be some spaceship that you believe in. What do you actually believe in? I'm looking at what actually are you leaving? Maybe you shouldn't have been leaving it. Then you try to come back and try to figure out where was the thumbtack when I was writing down that poster and all those walls, but I couldn't find the pen. Half my niggas is like, we're in the pen. Again, isn't the women supposed to keep you out of that? So I'm sitting there like, you find a good woman. I mean, you got to test her and like, you got to figure out, is she going to stay around? Like, I understand it. My rhyme schemes can last for like different syllables. I count them while I'm even speaking. They looking at the speakers, wondering if the wires are still in or who stole them. I'm like, with me? Which weekend? So it's like anybody that comes up to me and they're talking about romantic advice, I'm going to tell them like this: I am so precise and I'm so nice, so above anything you've been hearing because you listen to the things that I used to listen to when I was three, man. So I'll smoke a cigarette, talk about the same things, and this will be called relationship advice. I'm gonna freestyle it just because of what I went through, because I can do that. I am so nice, and I'll give actual advice. If the woman sticks around, I don't know, in this generation, either she loves you or you really treated her bad, or she's stuck, or she's in some situation. So, I mean, I get the testing and all of that. That's why I brought the Bible into the situation. Kingdom marriages and all of that, like, maybe she'd fear me. And I taught her to be a daughter to me. But still, I see hearts are aching. So, whatever's happening against separation or the part that is taken out of this entire story that's between you two or YouTube, that's a spark in the making. So when the fire starts firing up and you guys get back to yourselves, or you start it right up and you start fighting again, I've seen all kinds of things. What happens when the internet goes down and everybody's in sin, and everybody again starts praying again, and they're figuring it out. We need Jesus to actually start this. I don't even have another word because we need Jesus to actually start this. We need Jesus to actually start this. I'm wondering where the compartment went, where your heart went. Like, how are you going to start this? What happens when you lost Jesus and you're figuring it out? Well, that was my art when I was sitting there starting something that I thought was something that could be fulfilling to me. I'm like, the artillery is already coming out. Are you stealing me? So, are you stealing these, or are you actually willing me to step into your life and be like, yo, that's your wife? And then you got to go through that. That's a real man. So, anybody that wants to be still, well, I can feel him with all kinds of spirit if you'll actually do it. So we got two different levels that I'm seeing with Christians in this. Some are like, we came fresh off the street. Others are like, we've been doing this. We've been running for the dude that's all kinds of clean cut Christian still in this. Dudes running for the women. I don't see that anymore. Now I'll take a whore. She should have strip club type of clothes and high heels and more. Sitting on the floor. When I fuck her, she should be on all fours. Both. Looking at it like, which one of you is more mature? So I'm looking at it like, what happens if you're mature? I like my woman on all fours. How do you know this dude ain't more mature? Between him and his woman. So that's the entire dating circle everybody goes around. And if my thoughts actually are valued, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying it now. And I'm saying it in rounds of words that you could actually hear. And I'm also making sure they're pronounced. Your spouse is your spouse. That's it. Or we can keep clowning around. And we can keep talking about everything that somebody wants to walk around. The entire thing, they call it the purple elephant in the room, and nobody actually wants to consume anything that would actually happen in the room when it's two people around themselves and they hear the sound and they're just attracted to each other. I'm saying, well, that seems like love. I know the outside, but I can't address everything. Can I do it? One step at a time, if I have to, but I'm not going to do it. If I put you together, you guys will stay together forever. That's why I put you together, and I fucking knew it. Thank you for your applause, and I love you. And you knew it.